Hello, friends. Thank you for joining us. My name is Joel, and this is the O2 Drop.
And this is the O2 Drop.
You are listening to your favorite made for adults Pokemon VGC podcast, coming from Perth, home of Dan,
Yo.
Ethan,
Hello, friends.
and in Chris's house,
I am here and
Merlot.
I am here and I have opinions.
Have opinions. Before we kick off with this episode, we do have some very sad news to share with our community. And that is the untimely passing of Mike, Mark's beloved and mascot of the O2 Drop. We have had a lol and per Mike on our group chat for several months now. So we're just going to have a small moment of silence out of respect for our friend Mark and our beloved mascot Mike. He's a good kitty.
He was a great kitty.
He was just starting to get really interested in seeing what we were doing when we were at
I know.
Mark's house.
There'll never be a Mike, Bello and Ruben play date, which also really saddens me.
Mhm. That would have been a shit show.
Like this podcast.
But before we kick into actual Pokemon stuff, trigger warning, American politics and fascism. What the fuck? Just
what the fuck?
what the fuck?
Moving on.
We'll call out the one very big one. So in an earlier episode of the O2 Drop, we called out a certain person on Twitter who had given in-depth instructions on how you can be a TERF to trans people's faces.
Yes.
And we did go into
They
depth.
sure did.
They sure did. And this person decided that they would rock up to San Antonio with a MAGA cap on. And it stirred some shit. First of all, this person looked exactly what you thought they would look like. Like,
Fuck, the selfie was so funny.
An alt-right Pokemon player. You just...
yeah, you just
You
know.
know.
It, like, scraggly bum fluff, no definition of chin.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, was that a real guy? I thought it was a Snorlax plushie. I didn't realize it was a real person. Sorry, keep going.
no, it was a
TCG
real
for
person.
containment. Yeah.
And the amount of like mental backflips that I saw just before like this person went in, where they were like, guys, can we just stop with the hate and like just be respectful with each other? It's like, my dude, your Twitter, X, whatever the fuck it's called, was literally filled with shit on how to be a TERF, how to be racist, how to be sexist, why getting abortions will send you to hell. Like, you were the most intolerant motherfucker on earth, and then you're claiming, hey, we need to be less intolerant.
That's that free speech, isn't it?
Yeah.
And joke's on him because we're already in hell, which is what I call Reg G.
So,
I like where people were saying like, hey, have you spoken to the head judge and stuff? And it's like, hey, you ever spoken to the neck judge? Because bro didn't have a neck either.
Jesus Christ. And like, it's very specifically stated in like Pokemon's rules that wearing shit like that is completely against the rules of being at a Pokemon tournament. And this dude thought he was above that. He got special seating because he's such a special boy. But definite front runner for mouth breather of the year for the O2 Drop.
Oh, by a margin.
His Twitter is currently still suspended.
Womp womp.
Which is really surprising given that it's owned by the most alt-right motherfucker on the planet.
Tom's bestie. Someone did confront him at the regionals.
Yeah, I think
San Antonio.
it was Pokey Duels.
Yeah, and there's a photo of it too.
Yeah.
So good job.
Yeah, good job for confronting that. But one of my favorite posts to come out of this was from @AlevoCals, who goes by Sean. He's going to EUIC based on his current title. MAGA guy at Papa C Kaito 3-4 right now at San Antonio. Racist and bad at the game. Pick a struggle.
I have
Felicify subscriber for sure.
me personally, I have chosen to be bad at the game. That's my story.
As for me,
Like-
well, I've chosen to be racist.
That's okay. We love you still, Ethan. So yeah, absolute mouth breather of the year, Papa C. I don't know why you got a super like Spanish sounding account when you're the most fascist motherfucker who was calling for deportation on your account as well. But
Shout out to everyone who drew him as a soy jack as well.
oh, the
Yeah, I
one you
saw a
shared in our group chat was so funny.
Make
man.
America jolly again. There was so many in the replies that were excellent.
Oh. No wonder he disappeared. Like he thought he had a community and he was sorely mistaken.
Remember, kids, do not wear MAGA hats to regionals. They're called head judges for a reason. They will judge
your
the
head.
fuck out of your head.
And neck or lack thereof.
And yeah, just beware that obviously, some of the community is very much interested in getting rid of you. So you might experience a little if you rock up to one of these in Australia with a MAGA hat on.
A bonk.
A bonk.
Was that just an excuse, that line, for you to use the soundboard?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
100%.
I've been
Yes.
waiting. I've been waiting all start. So on to actual Pokemon. So obviously last time we recorded on a Friday with new friend of the show, Moxie Boosted, which means we didn't actually get to report on Birmingham.
On Birmingham.
Or what was the other one?
San Antonio, the one just went?
No, the Rio de Janeiro.
Rio de Janeiro. So we don't really care about that one.
That was just another local, so.
Yeah.
Another 60-man event.
Yeah.
Six
Can we
people
just-
sitting on top of the Jesus statue.
Moxie Boosted, Marcos, thank you for coming on last week's episode, by the way. Make sure you check that out if you haven't listened to it already. It was an absolute banger, like almost 2.5 hours of some great banter and insight.
Brilliant
into the wonderful world
episode.
of Moxie
I wasn't
Boosted.
there, but I listened after the fact.
Yeah. One of our goals at the O2 drop is to talk more about the people than the game. And Marcos definitely talked about the people, talked about some really, in-depth things, his struggle with, eating, mental health, all that stuff. It was very insightful.
And Wo Chien.
And Wo
Everything
Chien.
was mentioned.
Well, one thing he doesn't struggle with is fashion. Our good friend Marcos was wearing a cardigan to San Antonio Regionals this weekend, and I just want to give him a shout out for being a fellow cardigan lover. I love a man who's brave enough to wear a cardigan and pull it off well. He had like the cardigan and like the bandana.
I was going to say
and,
the
like,
cardigan,
curls.
the cardigan bandana was just like, you do you, man. That was so
No,
good.
I'm bored. I've been asking for more fashion moments, and which I will get to, by the way, because I have thoughts on that too.
Shit, that's all we ever needed to do.
Yeah.
Wear a fucking cardigan.
That'll get me back off the list.
You got to do a bit more than that, I think.
So should we, before we talk about the Pokemon, there was a second mouth breather contender at Birmingham.
Oh, yes.
I forget his name because he was that Matt Waterman. Is that right?
Max, I think. He's right at the bottom in the DQ bracket.
Yes, right where he belongs.
Right where he belongs.
The idiot that decided to bring up 5-6-year-old drama in his interview where he could have actually spoken about a really interesting Noivern Sylveon team.
I still haven't found the Noivern Sylveon team. Where is it? Where they place?
I think,
They just were shy of day 2.
yeah.
Because I'd rather talk about them.
Yeah, he just reminded me of the fucker in the pussy dude who's like grabs the microphone and says something completely off topic, unhinged.
Yeah.
He really thought he was doing something too.
He really did.
But fuck, the
dead
cutaway
serious.
afterwards to the Wolfie
Yes!
clip. So funny.
Reckon they did
Like-
that on purpose.
I don't think they did. I think it was coincidence.
Preloaded. Just press go.
I mean, if you want, I can read out what Max said on stream, or do we not?
Yeah,
care?
yeah,
It's
let's do
old
it.
news.
Let's
Okay.
do it because it's horseshit. Everyone you know,
5
you
years
have
old
access
story.
to Google. You can go and have a look. We have resources that show that the person that he was talking about was banned from Showdown for being transphobic. So
Yeah.
like,
So this is what Max said. So Jake Magia, who's Wolf's friend, got outed as an abuser, and Wolf said, "I'm really proud of you," to an abuser. And he lied about this person called Case to deflect attention away from this guy and ran Case out of the community to protect his abusive friend. And Wolf's a scumbag, and that's all I wanted to say. Thanks, bye. And then and
then
the host
cut
is
to
like,
Wolf.
and then the host is like, okay, we'll be right back after a short break. Cue Wolf montage.
It was funny because I did look up a little bit about that Case victory after the fact. Maybe I shouldn't talk about this on a public forum, but I do have a legacy badge on Smogon, which means I get like the peek behind the curtain, as it were. And he is a banned user on Smogon. Apparently he was, I think it was transphobic remarks or something back in 2016 or something. And
Yeah.
so I do not think he's a good dude. So I'm not sure why you would step up and defend someone like that.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's already been disproven and they're dredging up past history. But to be honest, I don't know enough about it to comment really, other than the fact that maybe don't do it on BGC stream. Like some of us in some countries in the world, like Australia, don't have stream and would really like one. And you're out here jeopardizing it for the rest of us. So keep your politics and your fucking drama off the stream if you can.
I
Thanks.
can't wait for my stream interview. So Wolfie blocked my friend Chris on Twitter. Refuses to unblock you.
And then
Roll
Multiverse
tape.
mispronounced my name.
Yeah, it'd be just why you have an opportunity to like talk about something interesting, but you want to be a dickhead and get DQ'd and most likely banned. I heard a rumor that they've been banned. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know any like credible source that has.
Yeah, but
backed that up,
it's
but-
more than likely, right? Like
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
TPCI have banned people that have gone to Twitter to complain about like, you know, transphobic comments that have
Yeah.
been made against them. So like TPCI is very against outward drama. So I would
They
not be
love
surprised.
saving face, so I won't be surprised if they just
Yeah.
like get rid of them completely.
Yeah.
We love outward drama on this podcast, though.
Yes. Ooh,
I found
was
it.
empty.
Joe
Yeah.
Naylor, 113th place. Let's have a look at his
Hallelujah.
paste.
Yeah. Let's talk about the team that could have been talked about, but Max decided to make it about himself.
Joe's team was awesome. He was
Yeah.
very excited. I can see the grin on his face.
We're looking at Raging Bolt, Citrus Berry, Terra Fairy, pretty standard set Volt Switch. The Novone is Cloak, Telepathy, Terra Steel, Super Fang, Boomburst, Tailwind, and Taunt. Lilligant and Groudon together. That's pretty standard. We've got an Incin with Goggles, Terra Ghost. And then the Sylveon is Throat Spray, Terra Ghost, Hyper Voice, Copycat, Shadow Ball, Protect. Terra Ghost, Shadow Ball is pretty fun.
So
I think it was copycat strategies with the Nova, and that
Yeah.
was
because Boomburst can't hit a ghost type Sylveon, and then Sylveon copies.
Oh, yes.
And then
that's so
and then Noivern
cool.
has telepathy.
yeah,
so it can't get
so
hit
it could
either.
get hit. Yeah, so you just do big spreads and obviously pixelate as well.
And haha,
I
funny.
am moist. Wow.
They have released the pace if you want to try it out yourself.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
check
pace
their
has
Twitter,
been
yeah.
made publicly available. Looks very funny. Looks like a GC team, which we will get to.
It was a very hot team.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
And that was on stream, huh?
It
Yeah.
was just to be overshadowed by old mate.
So Birmingham Top Cut was a 19-player Top Cut. Had 5 Kyogre, 4 Calyrex Ice Rider, 4 Miraidon, 2 Groudon, 2 Zamazenta Crowned, 1 Calyrex Shadow Rider, and 1 Terrapagos. The eventual winner, William Basilino, with respectfully the super standard
Right on.
Miraidon team. It looks like it is a slight modification on Lucas Cirabelli's world winning team, because we got the low kick hands, which is obviously the adjustment because everything other than Shadow Rider is so fucking heavy.
Terra Poison on the hands too. Look at
yeah,
that.
Lucas was bug.
Yeah.
Yeah, the poison's interesting.
Yeah.
I suppose you're just taking L's if you run into
You just Lando
Groudon.
bait.
Yeah.
Groudon,
If
yeah.
it hits.
I mean, it
If
worked.
Groudon hits a move.
If Groudon hits, yeah.
big takeaway for me from this event was the rise of Kyoga, despite all the doubters. And there was like 5 in top 8. And it almost won if it wasn't for Origin, that wasn't for those pesky Origin Pulse misses.
Immediately disproved itself.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest like sort of outcry that I saw in the community was saying that they really need to buff Origin Pulse and Precipice Blades because
They do not.
It's just been power crept. You can't have like the most important Pokemon on your team just missing attacks. Like it was just in the regional final. This is like giving like flashbacks to bloody Will-O-Wisp and Aaron Zhang.
Yeah.
Missing 3 Will-O-Wisps in a row or whatever. Like this is when kind of embarrassing that this signature mon is like so bad these days. I mean, I know it's still going to be good because it sets weather and it buffs its own attacks, but it's just not going to consistently win events if it can't hit an attack.
Kyogre will be fine as long as it has Water Spout. It really just needs like a decent single target water move that isn't Hydro Pump, you know?
Yeah.
Needs scrolled back.
All those top ones at Birmingham dropped Water Spout as well. They've all opted for Leftovers Calm Mind, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah. So Oliver Eskelin, who I'm a big fan of Oliver. I like the way they play. He ran Kyogre to come second. And he had Choice Scarf, Water Bear, Leftovers Kyogre with Calm Mind, Origin and Ice Beam, Roaring Moon Booster, Terrafline. I'd love to see that mon back.
Again, something that's also picking up a lot in usage.
I love to see that back. Rillaboom, AV, Terrafire, Amoonguss, Rocky Helmet, Terra Steel, obviously for our friend Water Bear, and Incineroar Safety Goggles.
Yeah, there was so many other people running the exact same 6 as well.
But yeah, lots and lots of
The meme of what EU can't team build is kind of just like
coming
back.
There was 4 Roaring Moon and they're all identical and they were all on the same team.
Yeah.
So obviously this is potentially like a little team building group. Well, maybe not. But Oliver Eskelin, Alberto Canuelo Gomez, Calvin Foster, and Adrian Isidoro, all with Kyogre, Roaring Moon, which love to see. What else did we have? So, Alex Gomez, top 4 finish with the turtle. Love to see it, but
What are we looking at?
oh man, it's just not going to get a win, is it?
20 for you, Joel. You're the one that's going to take it to the next level.
I got to try. Maybe. Federico Camporossi with Zamazenta. A bit of an interesting Zamazenta. Chi-Yu, Flutter, Rage.
Let's have a look at it.
No, what's the bolt? Raging Bolt, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, got Chien and Amoonguss. Alberto Calameno, which we've spoken about. Then Junji Zhu with Calyrex Ice Rider team.
That looks cool. Grimmsnarl.
Yeah, Grimmsnarl Light Clay. So Screens, Foul Play, Thunderwave. The old... Is it really possible to call it the old Iron Hands with Heavy Slam instead of... Clamulate, Ice Rider, Life Orb Landorus, Rocky Helmet Amoonguss, and Mystic Water Bear with Taunt.
No Sash?
No Sash on that team, no. And then Flavio Del Pidio, he ran a Groudon, Raging Bolt, Jumpluff, Fire Pond team.
That team showed up at San Antonio too, didn't it?
Yeah.
We're seeing it a bit.
And then Gabriel Lanaso, who ran a similar Groudon team with Volcarona, Raging Bolt, Chi-Empow, Bear, and Gouging Fire.
Chinese Sun.
Is that what it's called?
That's what it's called.
Nice.
Man.
Can I give a shout out to a player from Birmingham?
Yes.
So I'm giving a shout out. I'm going to get this name right because I'm notoriously bad at not knowing who players are. You know, the number of people that called me out. This is like going back a few weeks ago, but do you remember Wolfie Perish?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was called out for not knowing that was, in fact, Marco Silva in the video saying Wolfie Perish.
Yeah.
Which in fact is Italian. I didn't even know Marco was Italian. That's how bad I am.
Yeah.
And that actually means Wolfie with Perish in Italian.
Yeah.
When you translate it into English, that's what it means.
And then the fact that he played Wolfie in the GC against the Perish team, then played him in the final of the regional and lost to Wolfie and predicted oh no, Wolfie's going to beat me with Perish. Now I get why it was so funny. It was funny. It was funny before where I thought it was just a random guy because there's like a tiny little video on Twitter, and it's really bad lighting and I couldn't see who the guy was that was saying it. All right. So I'm sorry that I didn't recognize.
Get yourself a key light, honestly.
Yeah.
This whole storyline. Yeah.
So thank you for the people that called me out for not knowing my shit. So I'm going to get this guy names right. This is Dynamite VGC, Oliver Galsden. He was the one that brought the Tinkerton like helping hand fake out with like the choice specs, Terra Poison, Sludge Wave, Turnitus on stream.
Oh, yep.
First of all, shout out to him for fellow queer member of the community, but also some fashion on stream. Finally, he had the bright purple. The hair was bright purple. He had this like white turtleneck on with like this black sort of blazer, and then like this like really cute light blue scarf he was wearing as well in other rounds. Looked great team. He actually inspired my. We had like a fun event here in Perth on the weekend where the top 10 restricted from usage stats were banned. So I brought Eternitus because it scraped in outside the top 10. And I sort of modeled my team a little bit on his team. But I just really wanted to shout out him for great team, creativity, fashion, the whole shebang.
Nice.
There's always got to be one, and we love them.
Yeah, it was a really, really sick team.
And releasing the paste like the day after as well.
Yeah, I love people that do that.
Yeah.
Like we don't want to have to like hack people's like things to find this, like Justin Tang at San Antonio this weekend where we had people like studied photos of him on stream and found the rental code.
Enhance.
Yeah. I don't know. It's one of those things where like those people are always super cool. Like they built this really unique, super cool team. They brought it to a regional just to like show it off. And it's like, of course you'd put it out because that's your baby, right? You just want to put it out into the world. And it's like, this is why top players are super fucking lame because they'll be like, oh, wow, I don't want you to try and like reverse engineer my Urshifu Rilla Incineroar, Like, how would you ever do that? And
also, Oliver had
it's all in the spreads, of course. But.
Oliver had Thunder Cage Regieleki,
hot,
which is very spicy. He haven't had King Gambit in Reg G.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, ballsy.
It's good, man. Very good, man.
In this economy.
I want to give a shout out to, I just saw this, Javier Senorino in 10th place with Iron Leaves.
Eat.
Yeah, we love a good Iron Leaves. Iron Leaves is probably what I'm taking to the GC.
Yeah. It's kind of sweeping through Perth at the moment. Mark's been on that. He really
the Mega Horn, Lifeform.
Yeah. Paranormal.
Funny.
Yeah, very funny. Terranormal.
I'm assuming this is with Maridon for the...
Yeah.
What's the Quark Drive? I said that right, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Quark Drive.
Quark. It was funny actually listening to them on stream for San Antonio this weekend, trying to pronounce the pulse move of Koraidon. No, the ability, sorry. The
Orichalcum.
Orichalcum. Every time I start saying it, I start thinking of Orinoco Flow by Enya.
Sail away, sail away.
That one. Orinoco Flow pulse. That one.
Enya flow post.
In a castle with like 100 cats.
And final shout out from me for Birmingham would be Taron Birdie scraping in top 16 with a Maridon.
Previous Perth regional champion.
Yep.
Stuck around after our last O kick just to steal points.
Mm-hmm. Right in the back corner of the convention center.
Yeah. But he was a chill dude about it.
Yeah.
So.
Also, Birmingham shout out, I just remembered someone at Birmingham Regionals had a cunty Reggie Rock plushie.
Yes. I do
And
remember
we
that.
love that here at the O2 Drop. So show us your hilarious plushies and you will get shouted out. Slide into our DMs.
Just literally slap mascara in a handbag on any Pokemon plushie you can get your hands on. We're about
and
that.
the long nails as well.
Yeah, you gotta have have the claws.
They did everything to that plushie.
It was really good.
It was good.
It had the handbag, it had the eyelashes.
Okay, I saw it from at Smar is here. Someone at Birmingham Regionals has Cunty Reggie Rock plush, and it's got like the nails and the mascara and everything.
The lips.
So it's not at Smart is here, but
they've even got like the ring from like a key ring and like threaded it through the ear.
The big earrings.
So good.
someone did say, "Where is the lily pup?" So if you can get us a cunty Reggie Rock with a lily pup,
Yes.
Fucking hell.
that's so good.
Someone made the full set of those. I'm pretty sure Cunty Reggie Steele is in a core set or something.
Oh, that
Oh
would
my
make
God,
sense. Yeah,
It was so good.
I've only ever seen Reggie Rock. I'll have to do some more.
Go some digging. Yeah, someone made the full set of them.
That's hilarious.
Jesus. I'm trying to imagine that Reggie Steele and
I remember
corset and full out goth
Yeah,
like makeup and it's doing the Nazi salute.
No, it's just autistic. What do you mean?
It's just a Roman salute.
Manic pixie dream girl.
I'm pretty sure the Reg Ice one had like ridiculously long high heels on.
Oh yes.
Yeah. It was
Oh,
really
yeah,
good.
Like Bayonetta. Bayonetta knee highs. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that checks out. That's really cool.
Yeah, that was Birmingham.
That was
Viva
Birmingham.
la Italia.
Yeah, then we move on. Viva la Italia. Yeah. Remember, if you think that it was a Roman salute, do it.
We're talking about Elon Musk.
Yeah, do it. Record yourself and do it. Do it the way he did it.
Mhm.
Anyway, on to San Antonio regionals. One of the best shout outs on Twitter I saw was that I've been here an hour and 3 people have tried to convert me to Christianity already.
It's in Texas. Yeah.
Texas, just like they commented on their own thing. Texas is wild, man. But San Antonio had a top 20 cut. Interesting numbers here. Calyrex Ice Rider 8, Kyogre 3, Calyrex Shadow Rider 2, Koraidon 2, Zamazenta 2, Groudon 1, Terrapagos 1. There is a big... Oh, and Zacian 1. There is a big
Heaps.
name missing in that top cut.
Yeah, before anyone, okay, I know what it is, it's Maridon.
Yep.
Yeah.
And before anyone in this room or anyone on the internet or in the world or in the universe
Mhm.
says that Maridon's on Fraud Watch, they're wrong.
I agree.
I think that they...
As a Maridon enjoyer, I agree.
No, I mean, yes, it was out of the conversion from day 1 to top 8 was very, very poor. But
Yeah.
anyone thinks that like to discredit Maridon needs to wake up and realize how ridiculously broken it is and how much it literally won last week and it won
Yeah.
Worlds and it
Yeah.
won so many other things.
I think Maridon is starting to become like the new Shadow Rider, where like Shadow Rider was so obviously so strong and so oppressive that answers everywhere for it.
Yeah.
I think that's starting to be the case with Maridon.
Wasn't it funny when everyone wrote it off at the beginning of the first Reg G?
Yeah.
And then it just Rajan Bal won with it, and then suddenly floodgates
Yeah.
opened.
And he,
and-
he won with like the bad version as
yeah,
well.
the Terra Electric version.
It's not that bad.
It was so satisfying to watch an Incineroar die to a Volt Switch.
Oh,
though.
yeah. Crazy shit.
It's 80% to an Amoongus. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Chef kiss.
So day 2 was 85 teams at San Antonio.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's a big tournament.
Yeah.
What's the total player count?
603, I think.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah. Let me do a quick double check. 601.
Yeah.
So 85 teams. Of those, there was 22 Ice Rider, 11 Kyogre, 10 Zamazenta, 9 Terrapagos, 8 Shadow Rider, 7 Maridon, 6 Koraidon, 5 Groudon. I keep pressing buttons. 3 Lunala, 2 Zacian, 1 Eternatus, and 1 Necrozma Duskmane.
Wait, so the Eternatus
heaps.
guy made day 2?
Yeah.
Shit, yes.
Speaking
where
of
is he?
making day 2, top 4 Umbreon. I just need to get this shout out of the way. I'm very excited. Still a bit hard actually after watching it on stream. That was Andrew Figueres. I put a bit of a Spanish flair on that name. I don't know if that's me just being racist. Andrew Figueres? I don't know. I don't know how to say his last name. I'm really sorry.
Once we get them on, they can, help us. Yeah.
Please,
What about him?
get on? Come on the podcast and yell at me for saying your name wrong. But he brought a Koraidon Sun team, had an Umbreon with it was foul play, taunt, yawn, and moonlight. Yes. And I thought it was really funny because Andrew put his sunglasses on because he was running sun, and it was obviously his team was so bright.
Yeah. On the stream, it was
Black
so
glasses.
cool.
So good. And he got a game on Shillian Tang as well. So yeah, it was exciting that Umbreon could be in the final.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to give Andrew a massive shout out.
Yeah, if we're looking at trend watch as well for San Antonio,
Koraidon.
well, not just that. I think a big trend is Terragrass Urshifus are on the rise, as well as dropping Focus Sash. They're either Life Orb or Choice Band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big trend to watch out for at the moment, I think.
not much Mystic Water either.
Nope. It's bowls to the wall, big band, big life orbs, and a couple had taunt as well. So
Yeah. There was, of the rapid strikes, there was 5 water, 4 grass, 1 ghost, 1 poison, 1 stellar. 4 of them ran water type boost, 3 of them choice scarf, 2 sashes, 2 orbs, 1 band.
it's just interesting. People are dropping like, hey, we don't really need Stellar anymore. Let's just, go grass to get around redirection and have a band or a life orb on it instead to hit Terrapagos.
Yeah. Yeah. We're just going to go hard. Just to hit that boy. There was one Ditto in top 20 and 1 Regidrago,
Hell yeah.
which is always very interesting. Terra Ghost, Dragon's Maw, Life Orb, Meteor, Energy, Protect, and Terra Blast.
This was the team I shouted out like at the beginning when we started recording Reg G again.
Yeah.
It was the Terra Ground, Terra Blast Zacian with it. And he went, undefeated day 1.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Terra Ground, Terra Blast
Yeah.
Station, yeah.
He's got that banded Terragrass Urshi.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's Tail Room as well.
Are we talking
Heaps.
about Hengy?
This is
He went
Jackson
undefeated.
Ferris.
Oh, okay.
There's always a few undefeateds now.
Yeah.
In the
Shout
new
out
format
to, I
structure.
think, Hengy.
Stefan Mott.
Stefan Mott.
Yeah, went undefeated.
He's Swiss, right?
Yeah,
I'm
but he
sure.
plays under the American flag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is Swedish, but he is American.
He went 9-0.
8-0.
9-0.
Do they have... Surely they don't have 9 rounds.
It's 8
So-
rounds, but then like the next day.
Oh, I
for
got another one.
couple
Yeah.
of
I think he
Swiss,
ended
yeah.
up with like finishing like 10-3 or something. But like it was
That's huge.
epic.
His stream match for day 2 was rough to watch. He just couldn't do anything. Very sad.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah, I
some
think I saw that actually.
Yeah.
It was a wash.
There were some fun stream matches. A lot of like upsets. We had a Kyogre beat a Miraidon, a Zamazenta beat a Gruden. Like,
Yeah.
A what?
yeah, I know.
A Gruden?
yeah,
The fuck's a Gruden?
you know what it is.
No. Yeah, like
Chris is like, how dare you speak differently to me?
someone,
No Pavilions though, sorry.
don't you fucking say it. Who was I arguing about on
I love
Saturday?
Pavilion.
Alfie.
Alfie.
Yeah.
Didn't believe us that it was Vivian.
No.
It's like, get some culture. But there was like a niche picks in day 2. There's a graphic went up on Twitter. There was a Rhydon, a Frostmoth, a Snorlax, a Bastiodon, a Toxicroak, a Brute Bonnet,
Brute Bonnet.
Bonnet.
a
Now that's culture.
Lapras,
Lapras.
and Glastria in day 2.
Glastria.
I thought that was epic. And also I want to give a shout out to there was 6 people that brought Bastiodon plushies to San Antonio. They got a big group photo. They call themselves the Bastiodon Mafia. So I don't know who they are, but I like your style and I want to give you a shout out. If you listen to the show, that's one, and you're in the Bastiodon Mafia, please reach out to us.
Ooh. You said it was top 85 in day 2, right?
Yeah.
One of them day 2'd. 76th place, Abigail Watson.
Nice.
With what Pokemon, sorry?
Bastiodon.
Ooh. Because I'm assuming you have to run it with Miraidon. You're on Electric Seed. You've got Zamazenta at home. You got that +1 defense boost with Body Press. You've got
Seed?
Sturdy.
What was leftovers?
It's Covert Cloak.
Ooh.
Actually. Ooh.
No, I reckon you got to have the Seed and the Sturdy, and then it's got Wide Guard support.
Mm-hmm. I still think Soundproof is better.
In for what?
For Bastion.
Oh, that Noivern team, yeah.
Yeah.
or Encore that I
Apparently
found
Encore
out
is a
today.
sound move. Yeah. That's so
It kind of
hot.
makes sense when you like the animation for Encore is like a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
concert thing.
It's applause, yeah.
Yeah.
I just never knew until I saw it.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Do you know,
Encore as
I knew that.
substitute.
Do you know who I blame though?
Who?
And because I think we really want to lift the standards of this show, right? I'm trying to get people's names right. I'm trying to get things right when I talk about events. I think we need to let Peter go. Friend of the show, Peter Vowles.
Unpaid intern.
Unpaid, unofficial fact checker / intern who doesn't even subscribe. Peter, get a job and subscribe.
He's still a student.
Yeah, well, the point is, I asked him on Saturday during a tournament. It was during a game. I said, can I decorate, because I had Smeagol decorate. Can I decorate my own Pokemon through it had a shed tail substitute up. Can I decorate my Eternatus through my sub? He said yes. So I clicked it and it didn't work.
Oh, no.
And I think that's sort of...
Were you playing him at the time?
No, he was next to me.
Oh, okay.
I just think that if we're going to be the world's best podcast, we need the world's best unpaid support staff. And I think Peter's got to go.
All unpaid motherfuckers.
I just think I'd throw that out there, and I think we need to put Peter on fraud watch.
So we've got applications for unpaid intern.
You know what? I think we'll keep Peter because he's made one mistake so far. Otherwise, he's been pretty accurate.
Did you put him on the list as well?
Look, it didn't cost me the game because I won anyway, but like it was certainly an alarming mistake, and he's on fraud watch, as I said. He's on fraud watch.
We all make mistakes, Chris.
Well, some of us.
Some of us. Okay, so best unique picks, and has anyone researched it?
Can we talk about Zach Immersion? I want to talk about Zach Immersion. I love this man.
Yeah, kid us.
Yes. So I'm not sure where he placed. I just pulled the paste up, but he had some hot picks on his team. He rolled up with Necrozma Dusk Main, and he has a Frostmoth on his team.
Yeah.
It's Ogerpon Hearthflame, Landorus Eye, Frostmoth, Dark Urshifu, Raging Bolt, Necrozma Dustmane. I don't know what it does or why, but he plays really well, and he has a history, a track record of pulling up with teams like this. This is the guy who rocked up in tournament in Reg B or C, I think, with Bellybolt. He topped a regional in VGC 2022, I believe, with it was Bulldoze Caloric Shadow with Weakness Policy Solgaleo. He had Rotom Heat and Nihilego on that team.
Yeah.
Just a beautiful comp. He just builds teams like this and rocks up once every year and just like cleans up. And I love him basically.
Just does some dumb shit.
Yes, we need to get him on so I can ask him directly to have my children.
So number one-off at San Antonio was the big man himself.
This is day 2 or just the whole tournament?
Just the whole tournament.
Oof.
Snorlax. There was one Snorlax, went 7-4, finished 58th.
The guy in the MAGA hat.
The guy in the MAGA hat finished 58th, even though he was playing TCG.
Of course he was.
Of course he was. Oh.
So Snorlax was paired with Zamazenta, Chi-Yu, Rillaboom, Landorus, Special Landorus, and Pelipper.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to sneak in and steal. Chris is probably going to shout him out as well, but Timothy Harden.
Oh, yeah. He gives me a hard on.
Yeah. He had
one
of the 2 ride-ons.
Yep.
With
Finished
Eternatus.
69th as well.
Yes.
Nice.
The day 2 Eternatus guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And a glass trio on his team as well. So
It was a sick
Oh, no
team.
shit.
yeah.
He wasn't the Eternatus guy, though, was he? He was one of the other ones.
This is different. This
There's
is
many
for San
Eternatus
Antonio.
guys.
Yeah.
He had Cosmic Power Leftovers, which
Yeah,
is an
yeah.
inferior set.
I agree. But then again, I also don't think that the Choice Specs Terra Poison memes with Tinkerton and stuff is because the damage output is still not base 95 power split over 2 targets is not actually that good. You have to commit
Specs
a lot of
are
resources. It doesn't, it's still,
What is Rhydon doing?
okay, so
Lightning
Rhydon
Rod.
has got Lightning Rod, so you,
that's what it's
Rhydon.
doing.
And it's Terra Fairy.
and you block the stabs.
Yeah.
I don't know
I-
why it has block slide though.
I think a base 40 speed Pokemon should not have Rock Slide because not only is it weak and misses, it's not going to go first and make the flinch. So
Didn't even have Trick Room.
Yeah, there's no
on the team.
Trick Room on the
team. So I think get rid of Rock Slide.
I mean, maybe it's anti-Trick Room. You bring it in and you can just like drop it on Cali Ice or something.
That's true. It will live. Kelly Ice can't one shot it with the Eviolite because it's got 120 base defense
obscene,
before Eviolite. I also, I know this is going to be unpopular. I know this is a very popular Pokemon. Ethan, I'm looking at you. I think Galarian Moltres is a giant fraud.
No, I agree with that. That's not controversial.
Oh, really? I was going to get yelled at then.
No, I'm not a fan.
Okay, good. I think it's a giant fraud, and I think it was a wasted slot on this team. But I still think Timothy Harden, great job.
Yeah, I think the team just had like a bunch of random checks on it. It's like, hey, I got Moltres for Shadow Rider.
Yeah. It's like Eternatus with 5 other Pokemon that beat all the matchups that Eternatus loses to. Yeah.
I'm still looking for a King Gambit Tinkaton guy. What was his name?
King Gambit was the best for Bring.
That was at
25th
Birmingham.
place.
That was Oliver from Birmingham?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Zach Immersion has a brother called Ben Immersion. They brought the same team.
It's an immersion.
Which immersion version was the best?
I think they were the same immersion version,
Okay.
to be honest. But Zach placed better, so there you have it, I suppose. He's still my love.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
But, if he has a brother, then, that just cast the net wide, That's all I got to say.
Somebody, full respect, went 0-8.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Which had me point there again.
No, don't do him dirty like that. What Pokemon had the worst finish, the worst unique finish, do you think?
The worst unique finish. So
Their best placement.
was it on the 08 team?
Yeah, it was on the 08 team.
Oh, okay.
Two mons from the 08 team.
I'm seeing some spice in the top 200
I'll go
range.
something random like Clawitzer.
No, but great guess.
Thank you.
It is a water type.
Ooh, I was close.
I mean, I did just see a team with Rotom Wash.
No,
The loser.
no. Primarina
Oh yeah, that's fucking useless.
and
No, man.
Lycanroc Dusk finished 500 and
On the same team?
98.
I
yeah.
respect the hustle. I
598,
love
yeah.
that.
They also had Skeledirge.
Is that
There's
Alfie?
no restricted on
There's
that
no
team.
restricted
Hang on,
on this team.
was Alfie at San Antonio?
Maybe. Amanda Smith.
Shout out to Amanda Smith, the only person with kahunas enough to go 08 at San Antonio.
And not bring a restricted.
It's not even really a cohesive team. Rillaboom, Lycanroc Dusk, Gallade, Skeledirge, Primarina, and Arculodon.
I kind of love it. I respect the fuck out of that.
Maybe
It's like her in-game team. She rocked up to have a good time and make some friends.
maybe someone just forgot to tell her that it was Reg G now, not Reg H.
Oh my god, this is a Diego coded team.
What, we're talking about Amanda still?
Yeah.
There's no protect.
So this team: Skeledirge, Charcoal, Terrafire, Solar Beam, Shadow Ball, Heatwave, Sunny Day, Primarina, Throat Spray, Terra Water, Ice Beam, Psychic, Dazzling Gleam, Hyper Voice, Arculodon, Power Herb, Terra Fairy, Dragon Pulse, Flash, Electroshot,
So
Terra
there is some
Blast,
strat
Say
there.
Flash.
It isn't full casual.
I'm guessing it's
Flash Cannon.
Just flash.
Rillaboom with the item Screech. So obviously team sheet
Oh.
error.
That could just be a Arcanine error too, to be honest.
Does it even get Screech? It must do.
It
Right?
must get Screech as a
Yeah.
move. So Terra type Grass, Solar Blade, High Horsepower, Acrobatics.
Look, I'm going to jump in to defend Amanda here.
Hang on, it's I love it because they've brought the in-game team.
Okay.
Lycanroc
Rillaboom
Dusk.
gets Solar Blade?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Cooking.
Showdown.
Life Orb, Terra Psychic, Psychic Fangs, Rock Slide, Counter, Drill Run.
Counter.
Yeah, counter. But you don't have a sash.
I think
And then Gallade, Focus Sash, Terrified in Ice Punch, Life Dew, Sacred Sword, and Psycho. Cut.
Life Dew Gallade.
Heat.
I actually think that I'm going to bat for Amanda here and say that maybe she just ran out of Scatterbug powder and couldn't make any TM protects. Because the number of times I
Maybe,
have to go farm Vivian at the beach there and like get the material for TM Protect, it's time consuming. I've got shit to do. I've got laundry to hang out. Like I'm on Team Amanda here.
I respect the fuck out of it because you've just gone, you know what, this regionals is in my area. I'm going to go have fun.
She wanted the playmat.
She wanted the playmat and she played 8 games. That is incredible work because
all 8 of them.
all
Well, she had to play 16 technically. 16 games.
Assuming she didn't win a single set.
Congratulations on going 016.
Fast as fuck, boy.
I think we also need to shout out a new friend of the show, Enzo Recchi, who O2 dropped.
Hey.
Only person of the day. Thanks, Enzo.
Somebody got a DQ as well, by the looks of it.
But they won an O2 drop.
No, they went an 0-2 drop. Richard Kennedy has no score reported next to him, so we can only assume
He's not as cool.
he received a DQ.
I'd like to give a positive shout out to good friend of the show, Marcos Perez, aka Moxie Boosted. He was four. No, because this is for a different reason. Okay, not because of the cardigan. This time because of his actual team. So he brought, as reviewed on an O2 Drop exclusive last week, he was running Specs Terrapagos with Wochen, his emotional support snail, and he went. I think he was 4-0 in the first 4 rounds. Yeah. He ended up 5-3, didn't make day 2, but he was on the win and in. I think he had like 2 win and in rounds back to back, and he got like terrible matchups. And he was venting about it on Twitter, but he did valiant effort. He went positive with Wochen, proving all the doubters wrong.
Oh, I almost got his team exactly as well. Because remember, he played Mark.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mark
on
somehow
Showdown.
Mark ran into Moxie Boosted completely randomly on Showdown. And I was like, fuck, I'm going to build his team. And I almost got it right. I missed out on Flamethrower on his Terrapagos. I think I missed out on Low Kick on the Iron Hands. And I missed out on Protect on the Chi-Yu. Because I think I built a Scarf Chi-Yu, but I was wrong.
So what could it give us, like the 6 Pokemon and the 6 items?
Yep. So Citrus Berry Wochien.
Yep.
Choice Specs Terrapagos, AV Iron Hands, Choice Scarf Landorus, Sheer Force one. Is that terrain or
Sheer Force Lando I Incarnate?
Yeah, Incarnate. Is Speed, Booster, Energy, Fluttermane, and Focus Sash Chi-Yu.
Ooh. Like, cool team. Also, I saw quite a few Iron Crowns popping up.
Yeah, the Terra Ground Tech is back from Worlds.
Iron Crown is just such a good Pokemon that doesn't get enough attention. It's very threatening. It doesn't have to be Psy Spam either. It's got a lot of tricks up its sleeve. I'm a big Iron Crown.
A lot of them don't even run
believer.
A-Force. Like, they're on electric terrain, obviously, but
This is good. It gets a really cool moves.
Iron Crown had a better finish than Iron Valiant.
So I can believe that.
The World Watch of Iron Valiant.
Yeah, there was more
Second
Valiant.
World's finalist, Iron Valiant.
Wasn't that just the worst, like watching Iron Valiant in World's Finals? Just to throw back to August. It just did nothing.
Yeah.
Clearly it did something if it was there.
No, in the final match on stream, it just got O-code twice.
Bro made World Finals with 5 Mons.
Crazy.
I have run it. I'm going to live run it once on my Gravity Rain team. Everyone makes fun of me for that. But I had Sash on it, so at least it doesn't die straight away.
What, on Miraidon? No, Kyogre, right?
It was Kyogre. Yeah. I would like to give a shout out to top 4 finish. I'm going to get her name wrong as well, but Chinese female player called Dawei.
Sidway?
Yeah. Dawei. Seedaway. I like that. Anyway, Dawei. Am I saying that right? Where's the on the soundboard?
Do you know the way?
Do you know the way?
I don't endorse Fisher strats. I'm looking at you, Timothy Nurse. I don't endorse Fisher strats. And I'm also looking at
Horn Drill.
You, Dan Baguli, who did quick claw dugong horn drill shenanigans on the weekend here in Perth and beat me. My only loss of the day, by the way.
This is why you got to run Bastion on.
That event, if they hadn't cancelled Top Cut, I would have won that event. I was going to smash them. Anyway, the point was, I don't endorse Fisher strats. However, and also I'm not transphobic. However, if I'm going to see a Fisher land on a Pokemon, I'm glad it's on a Moongus. In top 4,
Okay.
it
I was like, where the fuck are you going?
Oh,
Chris?
no.
it was a bit of a journey, but like it was against
Not to be a transphobe, but a Mungus.
Fuck a Mungus.
But fuck a Moongus. No, I hate having to team build around the threat of a Moongus. And a Moongus got a massive resurgence. I think it was number 2 in usage in day 2, was it?
Slap goggles on something.
You can't just slap goggles on something.
Yes, you can.
It's more, you need more than one answer to it. And because
And a grass type, whatever.
anyway,
And Mariah.
Amoongus was number 2.
yeah. Dwayne ran a solo dozo with Fisher. I don't endorse it. However, she hit a crucial Fisher on Amoongus on stream in top 4 against, I think it was against Justin Tang.
Yeah.
And I just want to applaud her for that because that is the one time I will endorse Fisher
Huge.
on that problematic mushroom.
Have we touched on the fact that it was a Tangang final and it was a 6 Pokemon mirror?
We have been talking about San Antonio
I
now
didn't
for
see
about
it was
20
a full
minutes, so
mirror.
we've not mentioned the Tangang once.
Yeah.
First of all, fuck Dway's team. Dozo, Tinglu, Tangang Heat.
And then CSR.
Okay,
Jesus, fuck that. Yeah.
No one likes Tangang more than me. I picked both Tangang members for my Worlds draft last year.
And you still didn't win.
I came second.
Do you always come second?
that's me.
No. No, to be
I
honest,
believe you came first that time, right?
I did.
I'm there for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, absolute 6-mon mirror.
Well, they team build together.
Yeah, of course
Yeah.
they do.
Tangang.
They're brothers.
Gang.
And I can't remember how it came about, but somebody, I think it was Sliff, went through and did calcs to find out that they had this was prior to the paste being put out by Justin, that the Ogerpon Halflame was heavily bulk invested.
Oh, yeah.
Nearly max on the physical
Yeah,
side.
I think it was 220 HP, 252 defense.
Yeah. And it is always surviving a Ogerpon Cornerstone Ivy Cudgel.
Yeah.
I'm still amazed it can even do that.
Yeah, well, look how much investment it
Yeah.
needs. It needs nearly all the IVs.
And then you just get crit every game anyway. So.
yeah.
And then the
That is the
Christ.
thing about Ivy Cudgel. It's a
High
crit
crits.
boosted moves. It's
Yeah.
a 1 in 8 instead of 1 in 24.
Yeah, ridiculous.
So like you're still rolling, but you got a 7 out of 8 times survival with that half flame. So that's huge.
And they were also running like min speed Lando Eye. I was underspeeding things in Trick Room stream.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, cool
Clever.
team. With the Roaring Moon as well, with the Tailwind.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, seeing Terraflying Acrobatics make a comeback is
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
At this time, because I don't remember seeing it at all in Reg G1.
no, it's one of those months that's kind of been around all gen pretty much, but it comes and goes like depending on how people think about it, because it can be a little underwhelming sometimes.
Yeah.
Like having that boost of speed, you can't run full attack. It's more of a support mon than anything else, but like flying offense is really fucking good right now.
Yeah.
And a fast knockoff for Cali Shadows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's spicy shit. It's good.
And it's a very interesting bring to Miraidon as well. Playing that mind game of, am I going to stay Dragon Dark and resist your, Volt Switches and shit? Or am I going to Terra Flying
Yeah.
and just like
Die to
hit
Draco
you,
anyways.
hit die to Draco anyway, but hit you with a massive fucking acrobatics.
True, if they Terra. Yeah, there's a lot of mind games there.
Kieran,
And-
let us know. Let us
believe-
know the play.
We saw in one of the Justin Tang stream games that he knocked off a Miraidon to kill the choice specs and influence a calc.
Yeah.
I think that won him a game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Correct me if I'm wrong. It also was outspeeding Miraidon with Tailwind, the Cali Eye. I might have to double check.
maybe it's 116 speed, I think it was.
Yeah, it was 116. He's
Yeah.
got some quick math.
We'd ask Peter,
Yeah.
but he's on probation.
Oh,
and we're
yeah.
probably-
Fair,
we
fair.
don't
This
trust
is
Peter's
your way
opinion.
back in, Pete.
Oh, yeah,
Don't
but
disappoint
they,
us.
They were running.
doesn't, no.
They were running high speed Cali eyes, weren't they?
High speed. It had like 116.
That's still.
It's a decent amount.
Well,
Yeah.
we know Justin Tang's rental code now, so we can get the source.
Well,
Yeah.
he's released the
Could
pace.
just figure
yeah.
this out. Yeah.
Did he release it or did he just leak it?
Well, it was someone saw the code on the photo, the selfie he took.
Is it a leak if you leak your own shit?
Fair.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong, that I saw at Unironic Panda, which is his Twitter handle, post the paste.
Great name, by the way.
Yeah, I could be completely wrong, but I think he did release it.
Is there an ironic panda?
Might be.
One must assume.
It's like that joke, if USA is so great, why did they make USB?
That's true.
Thank you, Joe.
If sex
Comedic
is so
timing.
good, where is sex too? Huh?
Casual sex implies the existence of
Competitive
competitive rank
ranks.
sex.
Speaking of ranking, so I did say I want to
here
talk
we
about
go.
more about fashion.
Yes,
I watched the stream like the good journalist that I am,
good.
and I can't help but notice the Tang Gang on stream in the final. I just think we need to lift our efforts a little bit. There was baggy hoodies with bland colors, baggy bland pants, a lot of grey, the Jerry Seinfeld sneakers. Like, come on, okay? You had Oliver carrying the fashion in Birmingham,
Mm-hmm.
and now I want to see more fashion. I don't want to see MAGA hats. I don't want to
No.
see. I don't want to
With
see
arse cracks hanging out.
I don't want to see grey baggy hoodies.
Oh, the best edit of that picture.
The magic
though.
dude,
The
yeah.
magic dude. It's someone cropped him down next to the ass crack.
It's basically the same picture.
the same picture.
Yeah. It's incredible.
What's the next regional event? Okay, well, you could get your thinking music on.
It was
Before-
Perth, according to the casters. Right?
Oh, yeah. They just forget we exist. And then they don't, but they still get it wrong.
So I just want to say, like, wherever the next regional is, we're calling them out. We want better fashion, and I will be watching. If it's
What
a
the
stream.
hell is this?
This is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire waiting music,
Oh.
thinking music.
Well, I do.
Okay, we have a break next week.
They've
We'll be back after the break.
They've got
No.
time to go clothes shopping then.
Yeah, so we got Merida, Puerto Rico, and EUIC
EUIC's in 2 weeks' time.
in 4 weeks.
Oh,
time.
right. Jeez.
It's still pretty soon.
got
Before
a
we,
few
Isn't friend of the show,
Perth
Brendan
boys, yeah.
Robeson's going?
Yeah.
Yes.
before we move fully on from San Antonio, I've got two more teams that I want to highlight because they're fucking beautiful.
Yes, bad boy.
In 201st and 202nd place, right next to each other, both 5-3 finishes. We got Marcus Sevo, who rocked up with Armor Rouge and Copycat Mimikyu.
What?
What's the copycat meme in that team? Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Surely it's
He has-
copycatting the opponent.
He has a
Because of
Calyrex
disguise.
Ice that's running Encore. Jesus Christ, look at this team. Mimikyu, Cali Ice, Raging Bolt, Urshi Rapid, Amoongus, and Armor Rouge. What a fucking team. Shout out Marcus Sever. And right next to him in the standings, we've got Jean Ulysses Serrano Albuerne, which is a fucking great name. He has an Okidogi and a Rotom Wash.
An Ogie Dogie.
Yes. And he's
Okie dokie.
running Landawai, Rotom Wash, Okidogi, Urshifu Dark, Zacian Crowned, and Tornadus. So it's the Zacian team on top of that. Just absolute plays here.
Straight fire.
And they got positive finishes. So shout out to both of you. Jesus Christ, great teams.
That is pretty huge. So, but the next big thing, and weird that it's happening on a weekend with no regionals.
I know they surely should have waited for Brisbane.
Yeah, or maybe even just waited for Merida and done it on the Merida weekend. But we do have Global Challenge #1
Global.
happening this weekend. So at the time that this episode releases, you will have mere hours to lock in your team if you haven't already.
Oh shit, I haven't thought about it. I don't think I've actually played a GC ever because I just keep missing them.
You keep missing the registration
I'm bad at
window.
building teams for
Go
them.
home and just lock in the team you've got.
Yeah.
Yes, I
So,
suppose I'll
Just
have
do
to.
it.
Very
Fuck.
interesting little image that I found on Twitter from @Abyssal which appears to be a Spanish influenced VGC account. They've released like a bunch of cores and then the Pokemon that you can group with them to create your team.
Mm.
It does feel a little bit best of 3, but you could potentially use this to, build in some jank to an otherwise unsuspecting team. So balance Calydon Shadow Rider, Rillaboom, so Rapid Strikes, Incineroar is the core. And it's like for redirection, you can have Clefairy, Amoonguss, Cornerstone, or Hearthflame. Or you could also have Smeargle or Indeedee. Then Game Control, which is speed control. Farigiraf, Tornadus, or Mineshower. Coverage, Raging Bolt, Pelipper. Fast Pressure, Roaring Moon, Chi-Yu. And it just goes down like this with like a bunch of different...
I mean, I have a more of a manual approach. So if I'm building a team, I'll be like, right, I need speed control, I need fake out, I need redirection, I need intimidate, I need whatever it is, you know. But and then I'll have like a list of mons that learn that move or that have that ability, or you know, have something neat like wide guard's another one that I always have. Like, you know, what can my team can have wide guard like. So every time I have an event, I'll be like looking up all the Rage Powder users or Follow Me users. It may be this website would save me time, but I do enjoy doing a bit of manual team building.
But do you always end up with a meta team anyway?
Well, no, because I don't like. if I wanted to be honest, like if I wanted to really make like a perfect team, then like a lot of their time I'd be like, I have to run Incineroar and Urshifu and Rillaboom and Raging Bolt, and then all of a sudden it's just I've lost interest.
Yeah.
So no, it's more like spicy takes.
Spicy takes, yeah.
On the weekend, I ran Eternatus with so there's a Specs Eternatus, but I ran it with Hitmontop because I needed a Pokemon that I wanted Fake Out on the team, I wanted Wide Guard on the team, I wanted Intimidate on the team. It also got Feint, so I gave it Feint and Close Combat. And I honestly think that Hitmontop is Eternatus's perfect partner because what does like Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave get resisted by? Steel types, or it's immune to. So you've got Close Combat on the Hitmontop and Wide Guard for like those Glace, what are the Lance, the Ice Attack. Glacial Lance. Glacial Lance, expanding. Astral Barrage, expanding force, earthquake, all those like spread
Water
moves.
spout,
yeah, like that. You know, no, it doesn't mind water spout because Eternatus is dragon type, but the rest of them it doesn't like that much.
I mean, Kyogre still kind of does.
It probably hurts a bit.
Yeah,
but I just think Hitmontop Eternatus, very very good core. Gonna bring it to GC. There's more spice.
With a little spice.
Well, I got Smeargle again. I'm thinking of stealing the Rhydon. I think because Rhydon Eternatus is like really solid against Miraidon. I don't want to bring Rillaboom or Indeedee just so I can get rid of electric terrain.
Golden Go, man. You need a steel type. Stick it next to Sludge Wave.
I'm not running Sludge Wave. I think it's a fraud. I'm running actually Protect and Life Orb instead of Specs on my. I'm dropping Sludge Wave, putting Protect on, and Life Orb for the damage.
Just 3 attacks.
I just think it's more consistent. And I don't have to get stuck like I did on the weekend where I was stuck on Specs Sludge Wave. And I was like, fuck, I had to murder my own team at one point.
Nice.
It sounds like we're all doing the GC. Should we do another wager for a veto from the jar?
Well, you haven't used yours yet.
I know nothing's come up. I wanted to veto. It's been shit pools recently.
They have been dog shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely dog shit.
We've been trying.
Okay, so wait, are we all doing the GC before we make this wager?
I am going to do the GC.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have a team?
I do not have a team. I'm torn between 2 teams. No surprises that one of them is Japanese Miraidon, the traditional.
Will you ever
hands.
stop running that bloody team?
No.
Okay.
The other one is the new Jap Miraidon
With Iron Leaves.
Iron Leaves. Because there is nothing funnier than going Terra Normal and then Okoeen, a Kali Shadow Rider with like Megahorn. It's just... Really? I've had so many disconnects on Showdown after doing that. Like,
rage quitting against you. Yeah, that's fair.
It's good fun. So that's probably where I'm at.
All right, sick. Sounds like we're all doing it.
So wager on?
Yep.
Ethan, what's your team for GC?
I'll probably
decided?
run the same shit I've been running. The Kingambit Tinkaton Sinistcha.
Ooh.
What's your restricted, sorry?
Kali Ice.
Right. Okay. Spicy, yep.
It's a great spicy team. I'm going to bring it probably not to Brisbane at this point because I haven't locked that in, but when Melbourne gets announced, I'll probably bring that.
Sinister's a very good GC Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. Dan?
Yeah, it can do a lot.
Yeah. I'm going to bring Miraidon Sneasler, I reckon.
Okay.
with
Gunk shot.
No,
acid spray.
I hate gunk
acid
shot.
spray.
No.
Acid spray. Acid spray. Acid spray.
No, I think I'm actually going to use Diaclaw because too many gunk shot misses and I've just like broken a keyboard.
But like, what are you running? Okay, what is the point of running Caesar? Is it for the close combat? Because you can't
fake out close combat. Yeah.
Okay, and you're running Psychic Seed. Sorry, Electric Seed.
Yeah,
and Burdens.
It's coaching, right?
Normally, I think I might drop it, but I realize I'm a Blood Moon crutch and I just love Blood Moon, so I'm running Blood Moon again.
Okay.
With
so
like
you've got
Tornadus.
Miraidon and
the Bear Bro team, yeah.
Okay, so you're
The
physical
Bear
attackers.
Bro team.
Yeah.
So Miraidon, Sneasler, Blood Moon, Tornadus.
Farigiraf.
Urshiwater.
I forgot what the last one is actually.
So you run, it's
Probably is
Tail
actually
Room,
what
yeah, it's just a
Miraidon.
tail room, yeah.
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 Okay. And
And fast Blood Moon, I assume. So
They haven't brought out the pace, but I like it where under Tailwind you outspeed a Chi Emperor.
outspeeded Chi-Emperor.
So
yeah.
like 103.
Yeah, so you're not trying to outspeed a max Calyrex Shadow Rider.
Well, you can't. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say they have to hit you with expanding or something else anyway.
It dies to Psychic, so it's
Yeah.
fine. It's Blood Moon.
okay,
Yeah,
well,
that's what I'm
but
thinking.
Ethan and I are the only ones actually building original teams. That's fine. I've got
My team's original. The creator was original when they made it.
Okay, yeah.
Were they?
I've got
It's
speed,
got iron leaves. Of course they were.
speed boost Fluttermane, with like Icy Wind and Tor and stuff. Fluttermane was so good on the weekend. So was Hitmontop. I'm definitely bringing those. I've got Chi-Yu because Chi-Yu does great things with
Yeah.
Eternatus, but I'm changing the set. Smeagol, undecided moveset, and Rhydon. I'm dropping. I had Cornerstone Ogerpon, but I'm gonna try the Rhydon strat
Ooh.
as a because like the Terra Fairy, Lightning Rod with Helping Hand, high horsepower,
Yeah.
Terra
Okay.
Blast.
So you're more looking to boost support Rhydon instead of
I'm
like
supporting
an
Eternatus.
attack, right? Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, well, because like it does threaten. No, like I needed something that because it's really difficult to deal with Miraidon because even if you manage to Terra or you get light screen up or you do, I even calced for like -1 or -2 special attack drops on Miraidon. If you don't,
Yeah.
if they Terra Electric, even if you get rid of electric terrain or put screens up or drop its special attack, it still kills you. So I needed,
Jesus.
I needed like a lightning rod Pokemon. I must admit, at about 1 a.m. this morning, I did have Electivire in the team builder with Motor Drive.
I anticipate seeing so much like Lightning Rod or Motor Drive or shit like that at the GC. Like,
Why not?
I feel like there might be games where I don't bring Miraidon.
Is Emolga in the game? I don't think so.
No, I don't think Emolga's in.
Can I recommend
Crying
before you
shame.
lock that in, just Terra Grass Clefairy?
Okay. To lead with Eternatus.
Instead of Rhydon, yeah.
What does it do that Rhydon can't? Just I know it's got Follow Me.
You could run Terra Ground Clefairy like Kieran did on stream that one time at Worlds.
It can click Sing.
You can click Sync.
It does. You know what? It does actually live a Specs Electro Drift.
Yeah, and you can Terra Grass as well.
And then you can sleep the Miraidon.
Yeah, I don't know. What's it doing up? So because the Eternatus
It's doing
can't-
more than a Rhydon.
If they Terra Electric, Eternatus doesn't KO with Dynamax Cannon. So you need. The thing is with my team, Rhydon doesn't have Follow Me, right? It just clicks high horsepower into the Miraidon.
That's
and
just
beats
Soul
it.
Check is just trying. Okay.
Because they
Gotcha.
can't Volt Switch out. So they have to manually switch and take a hit or they die.
Right.
Yes. I don't know
Okay,
if Dan's
but-
agreeing with me or like if he's talking to me like I'm an idiot.
If you have Rhydon on the field and your opponent has Miraidon on the field fresh without being locked into a move, they're not clicking Volt Switch.
No. More importantly, they can't click Volt Switch. They can.
It won't do anything.
They can Draco Meteor the Rhydon to death.
Yeah.
That means they're not attacking my Eternatus. Win for me.
What about Terra Electric Discharge?
They don't. Aren't they running Dazzling Gleam these days?
I mean, Terra Electric, they're not running Dazzling Gleam.
Yeah, it depends what they're running. I think there has been an amount of Terra Electric, and you're probably more likely to see Terra Electric Discharge
Yeah.
in the GC than you are in a best of 3 format.
If discharge will not kill my Eternatus, that's fine. It might paralyze it though. It's a bit shit. You know what? I don't care. I'm not going to get CP from this dumb event anyway.
Well, you never know. You just got to wait until all the Japanese players have been removed from the pool, and then we'll find out.
Whatever. Oh, come on. Can I just say something before we forget? We did not shout out Nick Khan for his efforts at Birmingham and San Antonio and Rio de Janeiro and wherever else he went this last fall.
And the GC. Well done, Nick.
Well done,
Good work, Nick Khan.
for all your amazing efforts in these regional events.
Let us know what you run at the GC. It'd be very interesting to know what a good player takes.
And shout out to Chris's sister, Claire.
Mm-hmm. It's been a while.
Pick me, Chris.
Oh, shout out to God, I wrecked her on stream on Saturday. It was so satisfying.
That was so funny.
Has anyone seen the update to our Twitter profile?
No.
Good.
Oh, no.
Why? What happened?
Nothing.
Okay, we're going to go look this up
Oh,
afterwards.
no.
Should we look it up now and have a live reaction? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll enjoy
But
it.
shout out to Claire.
Did you upload the funny logo?
Came to her first VGC event. What are you doing?
Thinking music while you find it.
Okay, so this is Twitter.
Bum, bum,
Twitter.
Bum, 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 bum.
Don't strike us, Nintendo.
What if you...
Da, da, da.
Is this our new banner or our new...
Da, 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 da,
What am I looking at?
da.
The description.
Oh, the description. Mediocre players, hot takes. Professional pick me at the Mazda. Fine. Who started that? Was that Kieran?
Kieran, I think.
It was Tim.
Tim. Yeah.
What the fuck is this? You know there's another O2 Drop podcast?
No.
What?
No, we were first, right? Please say we were
Joined
first.
2016.
Nah.
Last time they posted was in 2016.
What the fuck is this?
But we're the O2 Drop. They're just O2 Drop. So we're better and different.
Mm-hmm.
Don't listen to that podcast by accident, people, if you're listening.
It's
That's okay.
a Magic the Gathering podcast.
Oh.
Yeah.
And they haven't been around for 9 years. We're good.
Give us our handle, you fuckers.
All right. Well, now that you've brought up Kieran, I'm not going to put Kieran on the list for calling me a professional pick me.
No, it was Tim.
Tim called me a professional pick me. Oh well, Tim's on the fucking list already, little piece of shit. And Dan, you're off probation for you tanked my resistance on Saturday. You went 2-3 after beating me round 1.
It was a for fun game. What do you want?
And you won with Dugong Horn Drill. So don't laugh at that. That's not to be
Oh,
congratulated.
the 3 turns leading up to it was great. We're in Trick Room, Quick Claw procs, Horn Drill misses. Quick Claw procs, protect. No Quick Claw proc, Horn Drill hits.
I should have double. I don't know. It was a shit. It was a fun match until the very end when I was like, wow.
Did you take a Gloom team variant?
I took the Gloom team, but replaced Lanala with Dawn Wings.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to be that little bit slower.
Yeah, well, I wasn't allowed to use Lanala. So.
Yeah, of course. It snuck into the top 10 usage, didn't it?
But yeah, watch my record and Matt try and miss 5 fishes in a row and pretty much just give up.
Jesus
That's what you get for
Christ.
running Fisher.
I'll Horn Drill you again.
Who runs Fisher
Ooh,
in that team?
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Tinglu.
Oh, I forgot Tinglu's on the
Yeah.
Gloom team. Yep.
But someone who did actually drop. So, friend of the show, Sumo Anthony Sibilia, was gold tier on my list of enemies. For those joining in new listeners from the Moxie Boosted episode, I have the list,
The list.
people who have wronged me or wronged this podcast, wronged my friends.
A
You
little
know,
red book.
a little red book, sure.
The
It's actually-
Epstein flight log of the Pokemon VGC.
and Sumo Anthony wrote me a poem. He claimed he wrote it. It's very chat PT-ish. But I wanted to read it out because I thought it was actually quite good.
Sure.
And
it is.
this dropped him from gold tier to bronze tier. I didn't want to take him off the list because I still...
2 levels
he's
from a
sti-
poem.
Damn.
He's still a dodgy Italian.
For a
So
poem
I
that he
didn't
wrote
wanna-
with AI. Jesus
Well, but it was
Christ.
so,
Yeah,
it was so
Ethan
nice.
is immeasurably offended.
Well, we don't know this is AI, but you'd be the judge. I'm going to read it out to you.
Okay.
In a world where charisma takes its stand, exists a stunning man, oh Chris Marr so grand. With a style so fine and impeccable grace, he walks through life with charming embrace. With a heart
AI.
full of laughter and wisdom to share, he captures the moment with delicate flair. Though his Pokemon skills may leave room for cheer, in the realm of podcasts he leads with no fear. He speaks with such passion, his voice full of life, turning straight men by like a twist of a knife. In a dance of connection, in dialogue's flow, he bridges the gap, making friendships grow. So here's to the man with taste that enchants, with presence and laughter and a zest for new chances. Chris Marr, you're a gem shining bright in the night. In your journey of humour, you make the world right.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
And you think Anthony wrote that?
No. Well, it's some of the... I don't know.
He
Probably
wrote the
not.
prompt for it.
Yeah.
Please write a poem that includes Chris Marr, podcast, gay, flair.
Gay.
But I didn't want to be... There's a lot of poetry that day. I'm going to read them all, but I'm going to read one I wrote for Dan.
A lot of
Because I wanted to get...
poetry. I thought you said poultry.
I also heard
There might have been some
poultry.
poetry. There was poetry. I wrote this myself. This is not Chat GPT related. This is a poem for Dan Baguli.
I believe you.
Pooly dooly, it's Dan Baguli. He's a toolie, wishes he was coolie. His teams are unruly, needs to go to Pokemon schoolie. Hooly dooly, now pass me the tabooly, because I ran out of ooly rhymes. But also I like tabooly. What do you
Tabooly
think?
is pretty good.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
And after that bullshit gloom Dugong team on the weekend,
I took you
my
to
poem,
schoolie with Duke on the laundry.
With Doomy Gloomy.
This is why he's on the list, for being a toolie.
It was a fun event and he took the Gloom team. Like, surely he just wins. Even if
didn't win.
he
He went
goes
2-3.
2-3,
Had
he
fun.
wins.
The top
Yeah,
four was
and
crazy.
Spirit.
There was two Eternatus, a base Kali Rex from Timothy Nurse.
Came
Yeah.
second with that. I saw.
Yeah, and the other restricted was I've lost it.
Was Pete top 4?
Was it Dawn Wings?
No. Pete had Rayquaza. I don't know where he finished.
He wasn't top. He was not. He might have been top 8.
There were two people at San Antonio that had team sheet errors where they put their Pokemon as Calyrex, like base Calyrex. So there's
Wah.
Calyrex in the usage for San Antonio, and one of them has Astral Barrage, and then the other one has
Oh no.
Glacial Lance.
Oh dear.
So a couple of people lost their Calyrex, no doubt.
I must admit, so I versed Claire on stream. She didn't have time to build a team, so she stole a rental code from somewhere on Reddit. I don't know where she got it from. It was a Dondozo Tatsugiri team with, what was the restricted?
Dialga.
Origin
4.
Wow.
with Trick Room. And then she had
isn't Origin
Specs-
Dialga pretty fast?
Yeah. Nothing on the team.
Kind of. It's like
Nothing on the team
It's
worked
like
on the Trick Room.
105 or something?
Did it get a speed boost the same way Palkia did?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did.
Went to like 120 speed, I think.
Oh
Something
my
like
God.
that.
Palkia went to 120. I'm pretty sure Dialga's a bit slower, but I'm
Right.
pretty sure it was like 105 or something.
And then there was Specs, Hisuian Zoroark, Terra Normal, Hyper Voice, Hyper Beam,
Oh, yeah.
Focus
And
Blast.
Talonflame.
And there was it was a
It's still base 90 speed, by the way.
oh wow.
Oh, is
I
it?
hated the team. And the
Yeah,
only thing that worked
I
on
don't think
only
it
thing
was
that-
very good.
And the only thing that worked on the Trick Room was the Dialga. However, I called Judge over because she kept leading Tatsugiri Dondozo with them not fusing because one of them was a Zoroark.
I thought that was like
this is not how it's meant to work, Claire.
I thought that was like secretly genius because obviously one of them is the Zoroark. But
It's still it's like risk free to attack into the Dondozo slot because you're not going to attack into the Tatsugiri slot no matter what it is. Because I don't know. I thought it was dumb. I thought the whole team was dumb, but
well, in that case,
the Dondozo Terra normaled, and on the team sheet it was like Terra something else, and I
Yeah.
was like team sheet error, and I yelled a Judge over, but actually it was just the Zoroark Terra normal.
you're not the only person on this podcast that's done that at an event because when we did the multi battles,
Yep.
I think I versed not Matt Slocum, but the other Matt.
Ando?
No, the other Matt.
There's another
one.
Another one.
How many fucking mats?
The one that does Vanguard judging. I apologize for forgetting your name, other Matt in the community. He ran a Zoroark at that multi-battle tournament that we did. And I called Judge twice because he terrored a Pokemon with the wrong terror. And I was like, Judge, there's a team sheet error.
No, we're just bad at the game.
And Drax was judging. So Drax just looks at opponent's screen, looks at team sheet, looks at me, and just like bends his head and goes, there's no team sheet error. I was like, it's the Zoroark.
Yeah. No, it's in the heat of the moment. We can get too excited to call a judge sometimes.
Yes.
I'm guilty.
Simon did that at Regs. I remember. I sat like next to him and he was calling him over. We just laughed at him.
Because he did it with a Zorak. Yeah, you run Zorak if nothing else to make your opponent look like an idiot when they call judge.
Another person that recently got added to my list is Jordan Lamb, friend of the show, allegedly.
Friend of the show, enemy of Chris.
I am
Any of such
sick,
cases.
I am sick to death of the Cacturn hate in this community. For those that haven't
He slandered Cacturn.
he did. Now, for those that don't listen to,
Unforgivable.
for those that haven't subscribed yet, and by the way, we got 2 American subscribers now, one from Georgia and one from North Carolina,
We
which I
do.
think is fucking epic.
Shout out to Wacko, our latest subscriber. Welcome to the bottom cut.
Yeah, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you're missing out on this Pokemon competition where we basically draw Pokemon out of a jar and argue about which is the best Pokemon. And we're going to have like the best Gen 9 Pokemon ever.
Hopefully by the end of Gen
Hopefully by
9.
the end of our lifetime.
Do we have the jar today?
No,
we do not have the jar today.
It's at
But
Mark's.
Cacturn, last bottom cut, Cacturn was eliminated
Correct.
from the jar.
Correct.
I wasn't there
Should have been there.
to defend it. However, there was not a single... Dan, you said that you voted for Cacturn because you didn't want to cop wrath from me. I respect that. However, you did not defend Cacturn at all. You just said...
voted against
You were like, oh,
He didn't,
I won't
he didn't
vote.
even get an opportunity.
You
to
could,
like,
have, you could have fought for it. It is a badass, like, evil demon scarecrow cactus with such a cool design. And then I posted a selfie with my cactus.
Cacturn looks like an autistic 9-year-old dressed as a cactus.
That is absolutely not true. It's
list-worthy.
No, that is true.
I posted
It doesn't
a
make it
selfie.
worse, but it is true.
I posted a selfie with my Cacturn plushie holding a little trophy in front of a cactus. And I said, like, I made a little cute little joke. I said, why did the Cacturn win an award?
Because he was outstanding in his field.
Exactly.
Budum.
Budum. Give me the dudum. No! I want the nice. Thank you. And not only did not get many likes on Twitter, but Jordan Lamb mocked my joke in public. And that is why
in front of people.
right in front of my salad.
Right in front of your salad.
And that is why Jordan Lamb is on the list for his just blatant prejudice against Cacturn. I don't appreciate it. What did Cacturn do to anybody? Nothing.
Look, if you
Yeah,
are
well,
enjoying the
quite.
content on the O2 drop, much like Jordan Lamb and later subscriber Wacko, you can support this podcast by signing up for our bonus content, The Bottom Cut, which is on our Buzzsprout page. If you look us up on Twitter/X at the O2drop_VGC, you will find a link to our Buzzsprout where there is a big button in the top right corner that says subscribe. And for $3 American a month, you can support this podcast. There is currently over 30 hours of bonus content there for you to peruse at your leisure.
And you get in our Discord, and that is
Yeah.
where the real source happens.
Oh, yeah. Dank memes.
Dank memes. I have just created a new channel.
Heat.
Very not safe for work.
It's still empty after like 2 days.
I know, I'm
it's-
disappointed.
I didn't know.
Put the fisting meme
I'll
in.
populate it. I'll populate it.
It was
Subscribe.
subscribe. It was created thanks to Dan sharing something in the Discord that he was like, am I allowed to post this in? And I was like, you know what? We need a channel for this because
We need containment. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll post it
picture
right
yourself,
now.
Just picture yourself trying to reach the last Pringle in a Pringle jar.
Yeah.
Pringle can.
Yeah, Pringle
That's-
can, and that's the meme.
Yeah.
Except it has a little tinge of adultism to it.
It's not just not safe for work
Adultery?
memes, though. We have mafia games. We do there's a live list document.
The list document, our top 10 ratings, where if you subscribe to the bottom cut, you can share your top 10 Pokemon and we will tear it to shreds.
Yeah. I've already torn apart. Is it Wacko, the guy from Georgia?
Yes, I think he's from Georgia.
Well, I mean, I just disappointed that there's no Pekarunt, the peach Pokemon, on
that's
guys
right.
list
Yeah,
from Georgia.
you like called it
I
out
immediately
immediately.
called it out.
You're like, you're from Georgia and you don't have Pekarunt on your top 10.
Outrageous.
Do you know what I want to ask Wacko? This is a very call me by your name related question, but I want to know if he's ever fucked a peach. I'm calling it. That'll be discussed at nauseum on our Discord. This is the stuff you're missing out on if you don't subscribe.
We're going to eat a lot of peaches. I forget how the rest of the song goes.
Going to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches.
Thank you. I forgot the tune. But yes, no, we go off there in the O2 Drop Discord, which, subscription to the Bottom Cut gives you an automatic invite. We do have several guests there, which they're there out of respect for being special guests on the podcast.
Special guest for a special podcast.
Don't DM them.
Friends
Yeah,
of the
please.
show.
Don't DM them. Just be super excited that they're there and they may look at your memes occasionally.
Beautiful.
Thanks, John.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Look at my not safe for work memes. I've started doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's your shout out.
Yeah. There is some excellent stuff that Dan comes up with.
You don't have
Should
to look
we-
at it right now.
No. I want to see how many have you chucked in there?
Oh, no, only two. I don't have-
Two.
Should we describe them in excruciating detail on the bottom cut?
Sure.
I got plenty to
For
talk about
our-
on the bottom
It could
cut.
be like a radio drama.
For our vision impaired viewers,
Yeah.
I'll describe the memes we're posting.
We are
That's
all
accessibility.
We are all
That- yeah.
inclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you haven't figured out, and if you're new to the O2 Drop, if you haven't figured out by my opening rantings to this episode, this podcast is a safe space for all people,
Except for Italians, apparently.
except for Italians
And that's deservedly so.
and conservatives.
And people who don't like choc mint as a flavour.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Yeah. Join
I
us.
don't understand.
Join us on the Bottom Cut this
We
week,
have taste.
where we do live tasting of Cocoa Pops with spearmint milk.
Why?
Ooh.
I'm ready. My body is ready.
I'm ready
I-
too. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah. I want to partake so bad.
Okay. I've also got a very interesting topic to bring up on this week's bottom cut.
Mm.
Testicular torsion.
Okay.
It has been brought up previously, and
Well,
we
we're
should talk
doing
about
it
it again.
Let's bring it back around and around and around.
That one was worthy.
Thank
Unlike
you.
Chris, where he begged for it.
Fuck off. My joke was amazing.
I don't have to beg. Should take notes.
Any final shout outs from you, Dan?
To all the choc mint haters out there, love you. You have taste.
Ethan?
Shout out to testicular torsion, I guess.
My shout out is that if you're listening to this wondering what you want to play for the GC, I would suggest checking out Andy LeVGC's YouTube channel, because he builds specifically for Best of One and has jank meme strats.
Friend of the show, by the way.
They're
Friend
like
of the
Swift
show.
Swim Polywhirl.
Swift Swim Polywhirl
Yeah.
is faster under Swift Swim than Speed Booster Fluttermane.
Correct.
Why?
Yes.
Yeah, because then it can ice you in, and I think is it Scarf Kyogre?
Hey, you just water spout it to death.
Water
Terra
spout,
water.
So you icy wind,
Okay,
you
but
icy
why?
wind, you make everything slower, and then you water spout for free, and Sash doesn't matter because you've cracked it.
You still haven't answered my question.
Why not?
Why? Exactly. Wow, but fast.
I'm just trying to think of other things with Swift Swim and Icy Wind.
Nothing's
And
faster than
I
flutter.
can't think of anything right now. So
Probably like Ludicolo or something.
Mm, yeah, I don't know.
I don't have a shout out. Mine's a dishonorable mention
Mhm.
to whoever does these Gen 9, or are we still using the X and Y sprites? I don't know. But whoever does the models, like, I don't know why they keep turning like epic looking Pokemon, like something like Tyranitar or my beloved Hitmontop. And then they get to these games in Gen 9 and they just look like Hitmontop looks like a little twink with ADHD because he can't stand still and a butt plug firmly up his ass. He's meant to be spinning on his head doing like triple kick and shit.
He
and
is.
instead
And
he's
this
got a
is
butt plug.
problem?
He has a butt. Well, I promote butt plug awareness unless you're going through an MRI, and we will elaborate on that in the bottom cut.
Oh,
But
well,
I
I think it's
No.
happened again, hasn't it, recently?
just
There's been-
stop sticking things up your
Again.
butt in public. Do it in your own home, but make sure it's meant to go up there.
Mm.
Yeah. Anyway, just want to mention to the designs of the Pokemon that looked good in like Gen 2.
Yeah, I'll talk about that later.
And now they just look too comical.
They do. It's a bit off.
I do enjoy that one gif of Hitmontop going through its idle animation and like Tom Jones, It's Not Unusual is playing. That's a good time.
Yeah.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Is it moving in time with the music?
Yes,
Kinda, yeah.
naturally.
Yeah. Thank you for joining the O2
The top
Drop.
cut.
The top cut.
You're welcome.
Until next time.
Bye.